Well, hello and welcome back. Okay, this has to be better than work and afternoon withdrawal. Well, I hope so. I've just finished work. I actually had to get changed because it's a little bit warm for me today. So you can probably hear a fan going on in the background because I've just really warm. Anyway, yes, we've had some big spiraling happening, and it's really disappointing when you get called out and your name gets messed up. I mean, I could, I guess, argue that because it was incorrect that it wasn't me. Yeah, maybe. But it's pouring with rain. Wow. Yeah, we've 35 degrees here. Well, it's the breeze is just coming. We got 37 tomorrow. Um, where I'm working tomorrow's got no air conditioning, so I'm not looking forward to that. And Harrison, my nephew, he got sent home from school today because they had a power blackout and the air conditioner blew up. So, and there was electrical spark. There was sparks and everything, so they evacuated the school. So it's been a day. It has been a day. We need to check out Katie Joy's Instagram because, well, most people were watching the Super Bowl and apparently she enjoyed the halftime show. Well, we were having our own lot of, like, I'm sitting at work, not believing what I'm seeing. So we've got to go here. So we're going to take each thing at a time because I don't know, is this the hill she wants to die on? So she says, it has come, and have a look at, I don't know if you can see the top there, along the top. You can see all those little dots and dashes. That's all her stories. Now, this is 9 hours ago. So for 9 hours, we have had this. Been very entertaining. Okay, so it says, it has come to my attention through numerous emails, messages, videos, and audio clips that the creators claiming to be victims of Charla McIver are actually the ones that have been targeting, harassing, and threatening her for months. She is the legitimate victim of the harassment by this group. To date, there is one permanent restraining order against a man, 2 TROs against 2 of his associates, and a TRO against Rennell Smith. I was provided audio of a moderator meeting they had in September, and this is 100% a coordinated attack against Charla because she realised that they had lied to her about me. This group is attacking other creators at the moment in the same capacity. This behaviour should not be tolerated. All right, a couple of questions here. I thought she said she wasn't involved in it, so why has she got herself involved in it? And if she has got audio of this, why hasn't she passed it on to the authorities? They're my 2 questions on that. All right. Says, hi everyone, how are you guys going? Because Katie is being very triggered and unhinged. She is, and I did check the court filings because I did wonder whether there had been something that was filed, or there was something, some type of issue. Trade, it's only -6, average minus. Somewhere we get an average of 25 degrees Celsius, but we do get 30 and sometimes 35. Oh, I'm not really a person for the heat, that likes the heat. So, yeah, I'm just not a person that likes it. So that's the first one. Is there any music with that? No, video has no sound. Okay. So for somebody that didn't want to get involved, she's involving herself. So this has got something. These are the allegations have nothing to do with this case. Carly Parker not being taken to court. Rennell has an active restraining order for arresting a woman named Charla. Katie is not party to any restraining orders or lawsuits by Charla. Please do not donate fund to this GoFundMe under the pretense it's connected to me. All these women are attacking me to defend a single person that has grossly misled and brainwashed them about me. Katie has no idea what she's been told about me are lies and slander, and she believes that I'm dangerous when I'm not. All right, let's have a listen.
Due to their fear of repercussions. Even though Katie Joy Paulson has taken her lives away from YouTube and gone onto Instagram and Facebook, she continues to bully, harass, stalk, manipulate, and victimize people around her. It is vital that anyone is free to call her out. A link to the GoFundMe I've created is below, even if you can only give...
Barbara says, I thought she didn't know anything about Charlotte. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? It says, Katie received a legal cease and desist but also admits that if I filed a case against her, I would have a valid case against her. She has admitted I am her competitor. I have nothing against this woman. I don't know her, and to best of my knowledge, my limited knowledge about her, she and I hold opposing views on polygamy and fundamentalism. Many of my subs loved her content until she fell into this group of people. That's all I got. I do think she would be more successful sticking to the content she did because many people really enjoyed it. So it says, to be clear, I sent Cheshire two examples of emails I've received. One from a lawyer and the second directly from the woman in Kansas. The only evidence I have is that this is really the woman in Kansas. This is very weird. The woman in Kansas attaches a note from her therapist in Kansas describing her mental illness issues. I contacted the letterhead and they confirmed this is their practice, and the letter was written by a therapist in the practice. So unless that licensed therapist is also in on this charade, I'm going to assume the other woman in Kansas has mental issues that has led her to come after creators like myself inappropriately. You are correct that if Katie Joy herself wanted to come after me, she would have a case. I'm extremely disappointed in this live stream. I think it's really sad for you to call me out for coming to the stream to check out your content and stating my opinions. You called that derailing the stream, but I thought something live chat. I asked Cheshire not to share the email. So I can't read what she's written under there. Hello, everybody. I'm Alberta and Stella, autistic. She also maybe I'll take your heat before global warming was obvious. We were and still one of the top 5. Wow. Katie, I'm not getting involved. I don't care about the drama. Funny how she says that, but her Instagram stories are filled to the brim. That's right. That's what we're seeing right now. So there, I don't know. It says it's a message from. Yeah, I don't know who that is for and who that's referencing, etc., etc. But I can't read the whole thing. But Cheshire seems to be there. I want to know what that sentence was in reference to. Was it stated in? I have no idea, Flying Mum Laura. I have no idea. And that's the thing. She'll just post these random screenshots and we don't know what they're related to. I don't want anyone to attack anyone in this situation. I'm sad that anyone that enjoys my work or supports me is being attacked or harassed by anyone. That's not acceptable. I would never want any of my followers to attack anyone on my behalf ever. YouTube is a big place and there's room for everyone. She likes everyone, anyone, everyone, anyone. Oh. I want to clear up something Katie say in a video. I heard Katie say in a video about me. She writes so much you can't read the top part of it. That I falsely accused the male creator of SA. This has been repeated over and over in hate groups. I've never once accused this man of SA in me. I have never physically met him. I don't know if these women are being misled, but I have never been SA'd by that male creator. The same male creator has made them all believe that I also lied about being AR'd in 2007. This is false. I never lied about being AR'd, as I was AR'd, and with most victims, as most cases of victims that come forward, I was treated as a scorned woman with a vendetta, which is what my perp claimed I was. Oh, dear. We're singing from this hymn book again, are we? My perp went as far to lie in a false restraining order filed against me a few years ago. He told the judge that we were boyfriend and girlfriend and I had a relationship, that I was lying to get back at him, Cliff Note version. The judge denied his request. He then requested a hearing, which I did not attend. Again, the judge denied his restraining order and claimed that speaking about an assault is not harassment or stalking. I've never spoken to this man since April 2007, but she's talked about him, hasn't she? This group of creators is now harassing Charlotte, attempts to discredit any woman that claims they've been SA'd, and they continue to say I'm not a victim of SA. My former psychologist would disagree, and I was diagnosed with PTSD within months of the assault and spent years in therapy, believe victims. Laura says, no, she doesn't say what she had accused him of. Exactly. Yeah, well, she hasn't said that, no. You don't leave out the truth. All right, here. Something, this is about children have left the FLDS.
A big scary cult.
I was one of 9 wives.
My father had 13 wives.
I had 8 mothers, 62 brothers and sisters.
I'm one.
I don't want to get done for anyway. So she's put that in the middle of it. So Kristen Decker and her adopted daughter will be featured in a special. So it's an ABC special on the ABC on Thursday, 15th of February. All right. So we'll just go through. Hang on. She said she had PSD from the... I know she said she had PTSD from the haircuts on the weekend. I know she said that without a lawyer. So this is going on and on and on. Okay. I have asked you to remove any videos, post comments raising money for a court case that does not involve me. Please remove this video and correct your public statements. Thank you. If that's supposed to be a cease and desist, then I don't know. Okay. Oh, here we go again. Charlotte McIver is a victim of the IBLP. Oh, I thought she said she knew nothing about this woman. And she knew nothing about this woman. And now she's saying she's part of the IBLP. Another public figure. This group has exploited her vulnerability and PTSD to harass and intimidate her. She's a victim of child abuse. She's a survivor of a cult. She does not deserve to be attacked. Her posts are all over the place. I am worried about her mental health, says Laura. I thought she said she didn't know anything about this woman, and now she's saying that she's a victim and she's part of the IBLP. What on earth? All right. She does not deserve to be attacked by creators because she disagreed with them about me. My heart is breaking, realizing the severity of what she's been put through. Please do not donate to that GoFundMe. Charlotte is not a stalker. She's a victim of a targeted harassment and threats. If you've experienced harassment in this form because you are a follower of mine, please feel free to reach out to me. This needs to stop. Autistic Shill says that is what she said. She said she didn't know anything of the person who shall not be named. Correct. She said she didn't know anything about them. Now, suddenly, she knows everything. Last week, she claimed Charlotte harassed her and made false statements about her son. She wanted nothing to do with this woman. Correct.
In addition to mischaracterizing Charlotte's actual diagnosis and casting aspersion on her CSA trauma.
Why is she using her trauma, which may or may not be true at this point? Erin doesn't believe her story. I don't believe the vast majority of it. I mean, sure, maybe there's been something.
Steve depicts himself as a victim, all the while calling an actual victim a survivor of abuse, all types of horrible names.
Okay. Then she says, something happened to me by this group and now similar actions happened to Charlotte. Is she really a stalker or is she being harassed or stalked? And then this is a copy of, says McRae has public posted. It looks like it's an affidavit or something. It looks like it's a court document because it says copies of the said allegations are attached herein as Exhibit 2. Has publicly posted Paulson's home address by putting or reposting a screenshot made by his associate, and it's redacted with the following caption alongside the address. Here's where she lives. She thinks she's safe. I've got her address months ago. It's easy to find. A true and correct redacted copy of this post is attached. After it became clear to Paulson that nothing she said or did would halt the wave of, and it doesn't say any more than that. No one online should be harassed or targeted by a group of creators, period. I've never lied or misled anyone about what happened to me. I've chosen not to talk about it publicly, but seeing this happens to yet another victim of SA and someone who is a cult survivor is enough for me to break my silence and say it's enough is enough. Charlotte is not a stalker, she's not unhinged, and she's not crazy. She's been harassed, and all these people are being restrained by court orders. And all these people being restrained by court orders deserve what is happening to them, she says. I don't know anything really about any of this that's going on. I'm just reading everything that she's saying. All right. This one person has harassed and terrorized me for almost 5 years because I told him I would not apologize to him for what he said to me. He destroyed my reputation, interfered with my relationships with other creators, brainwashed and weaponized creators against me, and turned my own followers into weapons to be used against me. When one of these former fans of mine disagrees with him for what he's doing, he then does to them what he has done to me. Wash, rinse, repeat. And anytime I try to take legal action, he or his brainwashed women retaliate against me with false lawsuits or restraining orders. I have been the one silenced, not them. I am the one that have been victimized by them. Yet they have so many people believing that I am the dangerous one. Make it make sense. Didn't she file restraining orders against people? Though? So silence people? Talking about make it make sense. I'd like any of this to make sense. He has turned a creator, a competitor of mine, into a walking mouthpiece for his hate against me. He has said live that he hates me with every fiber of his being and will not stop until my channel is burned to the ground. Now Katie has become yet another creator to spew his vitriol at our shared followers in an attempt to discredit me and steal subscribers from me with these claims. He also did this with Sherelle, we are fine now, Preacher Boy, LB, and so many more. He has also baited others to file lawsuits against me. Oh, and a female in his group runs the Without a Crystal Balls account. We have known this for years, and we know her identity. All of the hate channels, pages, and groups all can be linked to him. There we go. Preacher Boy was her doing. See, the thing is, you write so much, you can't actually see what the whole thing what it says. He's so predictable that after harassing, defaming, and interfering in my business for years and speaking out me on streams almost daily for 5 years, He will go live and probably start a GoFundMe with the title, Shall I Sue Katie Joy? YouTube does nothing. Loose lawsuits don't work. Law enforcement won't help, and restraining orders don't stop him once he fixates on someone. Considering Steve never mentioned her for 2 years, says without a lawyer, correct? And autistic, something is up. She's trying to bait for new subs. Maybe Google is listening to other YouTubers. Maybe. And I wondered whether she had a big telling off by her lawyers. And so this is her having a tanty. I don't know. There's something going on. These are big allegations. I hope she has solid proof for this stuff she's saying. Well, they are. I mean, there's some serious allegations here. His hate channels will make videos accusing me of lying, tag my channel, hashtag, and use my name for views, and they will all play the victim. This is called narcissistic injury, and he is, in my opinion, a malignant narcissist sociopath, which is what he has projected onto me for 5 years. So there's also his hater channels. I read that as channels that hate him. His hater channels. Hey, short order cook. Hey, have you heard the latest about Barnaby? That it was new medication and that he shouldn't have mixed his medication with alcohol, and that's why he ended up on the floor. Doesn't account for why he was yelling down the phone. And as I keep saying, if some guy was on the floor, seemingly drunk, yelling at a phone, expletives down a phone, I don't think I'd be helping them either. Yes, it was medication. Apparently, he should have known better. And Nemesis is on tonight. Last one, ScoMo's era. I see that put a plaque on the flower pot in memorial of his fall. Yes. He has a group on Twitter called Charlotte's Harassment Campaign, which includes 8 Twitter users and creators. This is targeted harassment. Hi, cheap glass. We're not even halfway through yet.
I didn't weaponize that, and I can't.
Says he tries to discredit my with mental gymnastics that has made me feel uncomfortable with his comments. His followers got my report and live streamed the report for profit, shamed, degraded, and outed me as a victim in a redacted report because I was drugged and had no memory. Police believed my false statements about what happened. I was totally knocked out by drugs and 3 times. Huh? And I have memory of pushing him off me once he was passing back out. He left my home, bought condoms, lube, and came back to army 2 more times. I was passed out when these assaults happened. How did you know they happened if you're passed out? Is that a different story? I didn't know about the other bit. That's not even in the police report from what I can recall.
Stand Katie Joy. I hate her for every fiber of my being. But
You're allowed to hate people. You're allowed to hate people. There's no rules. There's no rules to say that you don't have to like everyone. Or just, yes, that's what I said. I didn't, I thought it was only the once. It's the same story, is it? Okay.
ever weaponized her rape? Anybody?
No. No, we did not.
I already know she lied about me for sexual harassment, so why would I not believe that she was lied about being raped? You know, there's a whole bunch of questions with that, and I've came out and said, look, I think she's full of crap. I don't think any of this stuff happened the way she did. She said it did. I don't believe anything she says. But did I ever weaponize her rape?
Why is it hard for her to understand that people dislike her because of how she attacks creators, doxing people, and living as a perpetual victim, says Terry C.
For victims and stuff, but actual victims. Anybody?
No. Absolutely
did not.
I'm all for victims and stuff, but actual victims. And so, yeah, they want to come after me for that. I don't care. Go for it. What are you going to do? Cancel me? I've been canceled how many times by now?
Oh, Steve, we've been over this before. It's not canceled. It's pronounced corrected. You've been corrected many times, right? Which hurts your feelings, and you interpret.
Did you see the list of creators that Steve? Yes, we're going to get to that, Check Glass.
It as
Hey, I was on the top of the list. I think
a cancellation attempt. It only cancels your false aura of yourself as this ethical scholar. You can still cling to that delusion if you'd like, but that's the only thing getting bruised here.
Here is a sample of his slander and targeted harassment campaign of me. Nearly every single hate channel on YouTube that is about me is connected to him and his group. And then here's another one she shared. I believe this is like part of the original issue that there was. Oops. This thumbnail deeply disturbed me and was part of my temporary restraining order against him in 2020. So we're rehashing things that happened in 2020. Steve degrade my fans and followers because he thinks most of them are stupid stay-at-home mums. He manipulates them to do his bidding, in my opinion. Correct. There is no dates from these screenshots. And I mean, you've just got this. It seems that Katie's fans are mostly stay-at-home mums. Again, how would I know that he wrote that? Can't see. They can't see Katie to be the lying. Seems that mostly stay-at-home mums with no critical thinking skills, as they can't see Katie to be the lying, dishonest, inept, and disingenuous person that she is. It wasn't to all stay-at-home mums. The girl I'm dating stay-at-home, nothing to do with being a stay-at-home mum or a single stay-at-home. You took what I said and changed it to appear I said something I clearly did not say. So she's saying that because they're stay-at-home mums that they're stupid, but he said with no critical thinking skills. She's taking old screenshots and presenting them as if they are recent. Discovery would be good for that. He has been brainwashing people to believe my followers and I are dangerous. I mean, isn't that an old Facebook group that's come from? I mean, that's not been active as long as I have been around. I see she's copy and pasting again. Yeah. I think we've finally hit the halfway mark. The number one talking point he wants to drive home about me is that I'm dangerous. Yeah, so that was the Facebook group, was it? So that hasn't been around for a few years, has it? I'm assuming that a lot of this stuff would have been her evidence for the other stuff that she had, correct? Computer must be full of these cheap shots she's saved, so she's got some quick retaliation material. Oh, yeah, her computer would be fascinating to see. A tweet about me. Heidi and 7M would agree that you're dangerous, says Barbara. Okay. So here's a tweet. I'll read the psychopaths make up 1% of the general population. If you have 1,000 followers, that means you have 10 psychopaths following you. If you have 10,000 followers, that means you have 100 psychopaths following you. Just think about that. All right, a question. How does that tweet, how is that about Katie? How is that about KJ? I thought that just sounds like a general information tweet. I don't know how that is about Katie. Unless they're all the bots she bought. Could be. Because that doesn't, so unless that says Katie or whatever, or there's a reference to her, or she's tagged in it, I can't see how that relates to Katie Joy. Maybe I'm just dumb. With other words, it sounds like Steve was talking about Unirock. Wow, I mean, that's the thing. It could be about anybody. There's no name there. But she says it's a tweet about her. Diagnosing me as a narcissist. Even her bots are like, it's like, so here, apparently, she's guessing because she thinks she can. So here, apparently, she was diagnosed as a narcissist. I don't know that you can use evidence that's already been submitted in a case again, in my opinion. Directing people to mass comment on Sherelle's page about me. Sherelle and my relationship imploded after this. We are fine today, but at the time it created significant damage to my reputation channel. Short Order Cook says she must be short on drama at the moment and needs some money. It would seem like that. That's what it looks like on the face of it. Okay. He was motivated to do this out of revenge to stop my revenue. Katie Joy posted, say you're a stalker without saying you're a stalker. And then there's that. There's another one. From 2019. Falsely claiming I have victims since 2019. 2019. Claims I tried to Me Too him in 2021. How do you get that? What he named his Instagram account. We all know this cycle that Katie Joy reverts to on her channel when she's angry, revengeful, or doing mean girl. She's like clockwork. She is very much like clockwork. You are correct. It's really sad, isn't it? That's so predictable. I have thousands of screenshots of his comments about me. Thousands. She must be reading the discovery she has to give to court and thinking, oh, yeah. He's had falling outs with most of his diehard followers, so it's become a merry-go-round of who he can con to start going after me. Almost everyone that gets deeply involved end up realizing he's lying about me and then accuses them of the same things he's accused me of. His most devoted Chesh and Manya, who helped him terrorize me, now call him out for gang stalking me. Oh, look! Channels of his affiliates. I take exception to this because she's put my name wrong. She's got Joanne Cochrane. Joan. So she's listed. He started multiple Reddit pages, Discords, and they have run dozens of hate pages and groups on Facebook. They all work together to make it look like more people hate me than they actually do. So, Katie Joy, it's Joanne Cochrane, the learner lawyer. And if you really think that I would put my law degree at risk because you're anything worth destroying my law career over, I'm sad to say you're deeply mistaken. I don't even know half of those channels. And as we know, I have an open policy here. Anyone can come in. I don't care who you are. Anyone can come and say hello. As long as everyone's respectful. Don't care who you are. But yes, I made the top of the list. Apparently, I'm an affiliate of Steve. But I don't know much about the guy. He's using the same tactics on Charla, another public figure and content creator. She has no way to defend herself and has convinced his groupies that she works for me. Anyone that defends me works for me or is on my payroll. Unsubstantiated allegations against Charla, apparently. So now we're up to 3 hours ago. So we started at 9 hours. We're down to 3 hours. Got another one. Another one. He taunted her on Twitter and did 13 live streams in a row about Charlotte to harass and intimidate her. Short Order Cook says, I don't hate KJ. She's a social experiment and I comment accordingly. Oh, she's just a train wreck. He called his harassment of her a sport. Charlotte has a permanent restraining order against him. Labels anyone that doesn't agree with his as mentally ill, psychopath, narcissist, insane, unhinged, who weaponizes mental illness and trauma against people who don't agree with him or tell him no. Notice that she left out the rest of the list. Yes, she did, Cheap Glass. He tells people Charlotte is completely insane. Where's he got all of this stuff? Publicly, he tells people Charlotte is working for me. Privately, he tells people Charlotte isn't working for me. Are they private messages that have been shared? He constantly tries to discredit any woman he targets as mentally ill or being a narcissist, which makes it impossible for his target to defend because his followers completely gaslit and are brainwashed. I am sharing all of this in the hopes to try to dispel rumours, vicious rumours about Charlotte. This is a woman that she said earlier that she knew nothing about and wasn't going to involve herself in. And to stand up for someone that experiencing what I have. Charlotte actively participated in harassment of me, but recently apologised to me. I'm not going to let her feel alone and bullied as I have for the past 5 years. She's not an unhinged stalker. Charlotte doesn't deserve this and will hopefully show you their pattern. The word private doesn't register in KJ unless it's about her.
I don't even remember what the hell she's talking about. But my thing was, even if I did, so what? I was like, you told her, look, if you're offended by that, okay, whatever. What do you want me to do?
She didn't want Steve to do anything. She just made a few comments in side chat. It was just her opinion on how his comments made her feel. Simple as that. And all Steve has done over the next 4 years is go on to validate those remarks by making many, many more people feel uncomfortable, regardless of gender.
And you promised the entire panel hand jobs if you got on, too. So there was that. I just figured she can get it all the way at one time. And everybody collected simultaneously. Yeah.
We'll turn off the lights and play a game of Who's in My Mouth.
I said penis again, but again, I'm saying it live. I'm not saying it pre-show. I'm going to try to avoid ever saying the word penis before a show, just so somebody can say, Steve said the word penis while looking at me in the camera. Like, wait, no.
They don't have to trust Kate or any other person. They trust what they've seen, heard, and read for themselves. If you don't like that, Steve...
Someone says, Barbara says, I have a feeling someone has info that links the two together, KJ and Charlotte. She's going out hard for this person. She's really defending Charlotte hard, very hard. Why?
Stop being creepy.
Then she's got this, had been privy to, so she calls out this, talks about this woman.
Renelle has currently shelled out thousands of dollars of her own money just to have an attorney to represent her and to ensure that all of this gets taken care of swiftly.
Are there receipts to back that up, or should we just trust you, bro?
It is an extreme financial and emotional burden that this woman has put on Renelle and myself.
Who's everyone?
The first time I met Steve McCrae, I went on to this live stream with him. He was talking about the woman. And I repeatedly said, this sounds like someone with, mental illness. Like, please leave them alone. Just ignore them and they'll go away.
What events? Your details are very vague for some.
Short order, the last time she defended someone hard, it was because she had used them and had a falling out with them, and she was trying to cover it up in some chaotic way. Do you think that this might be similar?
Someone who is asking people to give you money.
Renelle and I, we didn't take this real life. This woman is taking us to court in Kansas.
When? When is she taking you to court? With all due respect, you kind of suck at this.
Right, now we've got halftime show. It's not a party until Ludacris shows up. Such a good halftime show. Usher is one of my all-time favourites. So she was doing all this while the Super Bowl, well, she was watching the Super Bowl, obviously. Well, most people enjoy the game. So it's still at 3 hours ago. Well, she's sharing more of it. She obviously liked it. Hey, 2 hours ago. Okay, who else had Burn on repeat? Confessions is one of the best albums ever made. I thought she didn't like music. Doesn't listen to music. I thought that's what she said. You mean Toad's band isn't the best album ever made? We're nearly done, hopefully. Okay, oh, here we go. Again. Here is Steve talking about me.
Channel after that. And so Katie had
about me. Didn't lie about Chris Lee. He's in prison. Haven't lied about 7M. Westbrook and I settled. She admitted I didn't defame her. My RO against him wasn't false. Did she say he's in prison? Haven't lied about 7M. Westbrook and I settled. Is she saying that she settled 7M? He's bringing up in a discussion about a female predator on YouTube, so he's attempting to link me to a woman that has been preying on people. He tells creators all over the platform I'm dishonest and hated by everyone. I'm not highly litigious, but rather Steve and his friends have filed against me or forced me to file ROs against them. His ex threatened to file an RO against him a few years ago. I had a restraining order against him, and now Charlotte has one. Hello, Bo. I didn't lie about Chris Lee. He's in prison. Haven't lied about 7M, Westbrook, and I settled. What on earth does that mean? Because comprehension-wise, she's implying that she settled 7M. If we're to read that, I haven't lied about 7M, comma, Westbrook, and I settled. Well, Westbrook and I settled. Okay. Yeah. Right. So
had some false allegations against a bunch of people. She had false allegations against me. She had false allegations against Todd Chrisley, if you know from Chrisley's Knows Best.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And she had false allegations from 7M Productions and Toddy Westbrook. She's just an incredibly dishonest
litigious
YouTuber.
person, yeah.
Extremely litigious. She had false TRO against me and two other content creators merely to silence us. So I was like, okay, I'm going to fight this because I'm like you. If I say bullshit, I'm going to fucking take it head on, right? And so I won my lawsuit against Kyle, and so I decided to sue Katie. This is when Jesse came on board, and Jesse was very much against Katie, like most people are. She's loathed by the entire community. And so I got to know Jesse because of that. She seemed like a decent person. I sent her a box of records. I was like, look, you're into music. And so I'm moving. So I sent her a box of records, hoping she should appreciate it. And, we struck up what I would consider to be a friendship. But then
that video of Steve is an example of him attempting to tie me to a woman accused of SH, sending unsolicited nudes and preying on people. Chris Hansen had her on Take a Seat. I don't know her, never met her, but his goal is to smear me every chance he gets. Steve is a pathological liar and a malignant narcissist, in my opinion. What's really funny? About being She's trying to do the same thing here. Right, we're nearly done. And there we have it. There we have it. We have gone through how much? 9 hours today. 9 hours of reels. Is that how one spends a Sunday in the US? She cannot help herself to reveal something that she's supposed to shut up about. She puts her foot in it every time, trying to make it known. Correct, yes. Yes. And another bit of Australian news is that Linda Reynolds, the Liberal senator, is going to retire from politics at the next election. Another one gone. So I'm going to leave it there. I think I really want you to look at what she says and think about it, but I will look straight down the camera and I will say I am not affiliated with anyone. I march to the beat of my own drum. I do what I like. I say what I like. And no one's paying me or doing anything to do anything. Plus, I don't make any money on YouTube, to be honest with you. Down the rabbit hole. I didn't even know you existed until a few years ago, but I guess we're in a cult together. Yes, we are down the rabbit hole. We are in a cult together. And an associate server, Steve, apparently. The only thing I know about Steve comes in on occasions. I'm very nice to him. We've had conversations. I've chatted with people, but I've chatted to people in my chat, but that's I just don't know. I don't know how you can put. You can say that everybody that doesn't like you is in a group together. I wonder if I'm going to look about Ella when she retired. I don't know. I barely know Steve. I met him online after the woman from Kansas started messaging me. Right. I'm of the opinion that you're free to give your money to whoever that you want to give it to. I don't care. You know, every day there's hundreds of people asking for money. You are free to choose who you want to give your money to. So I'm not one to tell you what you can and can't do with your money. If you earn it, you spend it. But I have not seen anything in that GoFundMe that said that there was any link to Katie. So anyway, maybe my comprehension skills aren't very good. Maybe I'm not seeing things. Anyway. All right, look, I need to go. I've got to get ready for tomorrow. I've got an early day tomorrow, big day tomorrow. And it's going to be another hot day. So I've got to go and cool down and relax a bit. And my phone has been running hot. So I need to just make a couple of phone calls now from people. Okay, all right. So thank you. If you could hit like and subscribe and ring the bell, let you know. And we'll see what tomorrow will bring us as far as the ranting and the tantrums. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.